Alright, so we're running a Long War narrative, Age of Sigmar Path to Glory campaign. Now the rules for this whole shebang start on page 64 in, of course, the Journal's Handbook with the map-based scenario stuff starting on page 86. Now you're probably going to notice, hey, these are two separate things, right? Well, yes, you are correct. But that's okay, because what we're doing here is basically making it so that players can jump in and jump out based on schedule and things like that, because we're all busy folks, and I'm sure some of you at home know what that's like as well. So what's cool about running it this way is that anybody can jump in and jump out at any given time. But with each victory, you always get 3 glory points. And to win the league, you need to amass 10 glory points. You're like, wait, that math, that doesn't even make sense, Robbie B. Well, you're right. So you might have to lose, but the key to this is that somebody is going to have to get to 9, then win another game, get to 10, then we're going to have the go-ahead victory, John Madden style, for the whole shebang at the end. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be awesome either way, whatever we do. But that's basically how it works. Now, with each victory, of course, you get those glory points we talked about, but also you get to roll on 2 different charts in the actual Path to Glory campaign. Now you can level up your forces, or you can add additional forces to your army. So we're all starting out with 1,500 points, but that's basically where we're starting out. So at any time, we could have 2K points, 2,500 points. It just really depends on where each player is at with their victories or their losses. So you might have some veteran troops with some veteran abilities, coupled with winning some map scenarios and getting some special abilities there. So there's going to be a whole lot of things that really come into play in this campaign. It's going to be very exciting, and I can't wait for you guys to take a look at this one.
Alright boys, today we're bringing in the WA! Orruks Ironjaws, bringing it. Alright, leading the WA is Mega Boss Rargrak himself, on top of his flying, doesn't care about gravity Maw Crusher. He also brought with him, summoned the great War Chanter Qua, coming in with his beat sticks. We also got a formation of Orc Brutes, who are coming in just hacking and slashing, and they're going to be killing, slicing, and dicing, I hope, against these, making some dinner. And then finally, we got a little bit of wizard protection with our Weird Knob Shaman, who's hopefully going to be dropping some Gork and Mork foots on top of these Ice Claw Fools.
This is it, the premiere of the Beastclaw Raiders. They're coming in fresh. So here they are. This is the epitome of bringing hobby back, at least for me. Like, I saw these guys when they first came out. I was like, I gotta have them. So first off, we got a Frost Lord on the Stonehorn. I think he is a Billy Badass when it comes to all of the Ogor units out there. Then we've got 2 Thunder Tusk, a Huskard on Thunder Tusk with a Blood Raven. Even though he has the Harpoon, I have the little Pokemon Raven to go with it. It's going to be dope, but we're not there yet. And then over here, we just got normal Beastclaw Raiders, or Riders, on the Thunder Tusk. 2 squads of Mournfangs, Sergeant and a Musician, because they have that Thunder Tusk support. I'm banking on not needing the banner to run away. They'll probably just screen the big fatties anyways. Alright, welcome back, Long War Maniacs. This is another fantastic game on our Path to Glory campaign, organized by Felix. Thank you, by the way.
It's really a conglomeration of things, and I'm a fan. I was just like, you know what, we need to get all these rules and different generals' handbooks, things that they've given us, and I kind of just wanted to blend them together, and I'm excited for it. I hope you guys will be too, once you guys start seeing what's going on, but yeah. I
like how it's not exactly a bracket campaign. It's more of a kind of play as you go, and then everybody has a chance, to get in before that last win comes through. And we'll be doing a whole bunch of other stuff here, but let's focus more on this game. So today it's me versus Felix again, except for I have a different army.
Totally different.
Finally got these guys painted up to, the big guys are painted up over tabletop standard, but the The Mournfangs are barely tabletop quality, I feel like, but
I'm gonna say those guys are, in my opinion, they're masterclass. Not to blow your head up too much, but if you look at him in person, I'm just really impressed with the edge work and all the detailing. I'm really pumped to play this game only because of that. To be honest with you, I know that his beast claws are painful. We've played it out numerous times.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to give anything away, but they're always just. It's not a good time for me, to be honest.
Well, I know I'm going to have my work cut out for me today, I feel like, because this mission is going to be really kind of up in the air as far as like where stuff lands and things go. But before we get to that, let's talk more about the path to glory kind of part. So we're playing at Bleakhenge today, right?
Bleakhenge, right? It's gonna make yours or mine,
whoever wins,
exactly, -1 to battle shock. So basically, they're bigger and scarier, which, in my opinion, is really fitting for destruction. Well, maybe chaos too, but we don't like to talk about that.
No.
But we only got tattoos.
Yep, totally true. So that is what we're going to play. Well, the mission itself is what? The comment mission?
The comment where they both coming in, gift from the gods.
Okay, we'll hit that one here shortly. But to play the Path of Glory, we had to kind of bend a little bit of rules because there is an ogre thing, so we kind of compared it to the chaos chart a little bit to try to come up with it. So I'm a few points over on my 1,500 point army list, but it's okay because we kind of shoehorned it in.
Right. All the real the Path to Glory constructions.
Right.
They're not by pitched battle. They can be a little lopsided. You can pick the more expensive ones, and you can make it lopsided that way. So we said, you know what, we're going to do pitched battle, close to it as possible, because we do have these other units which are a little bit off, I mean, they're cool looking, and we wanted to make sure that everybody had a unit that they were in love with. We got to feel the battle, and I'm really excited for these beautiful units that are coming for the Path to Glory.
All right, well, let's break down the actual mission itself now. We are going to play Gift from the Heavens. It's in the General's Handbook. If you don't have this yet, you definitely want to pick it up because it's got great rules for playing Age of Sigmar, more balanced and also very thematic. And I guess you can do the whole campaign like we're doing here on the Long War as well.
And extra battle plans, which in my opinion is really what makes the game pop. Is you got to have those battle plans.
Well, yeah, because when we started out the game, we're like, okay, well, what should we play? And we looked through a bunch of stuff, and we're like, we're trying to find something that would kind of balance our armies against each other, so we could have the most amount of fun. And there was a couple of them where I was like, well, I automatically win that, and a couple where you're like, I automatically win that. I was like, well, that's no fun. Let's play one where it actually matters.
Right.
And even then, I really feel like this whole game is going to come down to the whole double turn thing and who can capitalize on what. You having a flyer, me being able to really kind of brutalize on the charge. So, the mission, like I said, it's Gift from the Heavens. So it's basically 2 comets come down, one on each side of the table.
In round 2.
So
you could set up, you don't know where anything's going to happen.
Which I feel like I'm going to set up kind of middle of the road, like in the middle of the table. I'm not sure what you're going to do. You're probably going to do something wacky, like in a corner or something.
Definitely cunning.
Only you know your own plan, I'm sure. So, but what's cool about it is it comes in and it drops in a random quarter on each player's side, and you don't know, but it's in the middle of that table quarter, and then you just basically got to hold it, and you get a point for each turn that it is. So if it's turn 2, if you have it, you get 2 points. Turn 3, 3 points. Turn 4, 4 points. Turn 5, and I think there's a clause in there where you can win it on turn 3. I've never won a game at Age of Sigmar on turn 3. I don't think.
No. You've come close.
I have
with these guys when they had no heads and were ugly.
I forgot to magnetize them just so I could leave the heads off just to mess with you. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, oh, where did the head go? I was like...
Every time we've played, where's
the head?
I don't mind the proxy, but I just want you to glue it on. But it's glued on. It looks beautiful.
How am I supposed to airbrush it with it attached? Come on, dog.
Get good.
Oh, you're right. You got me.
I just got the internet for you. I got him.
You got me, bro. You got me. So I feel like this is all going to come down to deployment. It's obviously going to come down to the double turn thing. But more importantly, I don't have that many models. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but you have way more models than I do, which is okay, because mine are more expensive and generally last a little bit longer. But I feel like at some point, I'm just going to stop playing Beastclaw Raiders, and I'm going to go more towards Orcs, or Ogors in general, so I can have some more models, because this is kind of bananas.
It's a little ridiculous. And what I find a little bit hilarious on my end is how fast my Orcs can be in their formation versus, you guys are Riders.
It's wacky. I mean, this guy's cool because he can run and charge, or he has to run and charge if there's something in range. But other than that, you're right. Like, your guys on foot are like way faster than my guys riding mounts. And I'm like...
Although it is variable, so there is that part. But he is just he has damage? Like, are you kidding me right now?
He can take on a whole army by himself, generally. He won't live, but he can do the Lord's work. We call him Honey Badger. All right, well, now that we've broken it all down, let's get some dice rolling here and start having some fun. First roll of the game time, see who sets up on what side.
Bam. Orcs go first. Maybe. Oh no, set up.
So, funny thing about Age of Sigmar, whoever finishes setting up first in most cases actually gets to pick who goes first or second. So, Felix finished first. So, what's it going to be, buddy?
I think I'm going to go second.
I hate your face. I know you're playing for that second turn in a row. All right, good luck, buddy. So Felix, the clever little devil that he is, has opted for me to go first. But I really don't have a lot of things to do, and knowing that his guys can get me pretty easily. Well, actually, I guess his effective range is about right here with his battalion. So he could get me up here. Either way, he's going to be able to charge me in 2 turns, whether I'm here or whether I'm up here. Doesn't matter to me, because the objective of this whole game is the comets are going to drop in one of the center of these quarters. So I'm kind of playing the odds here. If it comes over here, I'm going to be looking good. If it comes here, I'm okay. If it comes over here, it's going to be definitely a scrum all day, every day. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of move up and try to move up either way, because he's not going to assault me first turn. So I know that I'm just going to kind of get into range and use the effectiveness of my shooting on turn 2 and hope he doesn't get the double turn. If he gets a double turn, either way, he's assaulting me. So I'm just going to move my guys up and hope for the best. So pretty much my turn is just a bunch of moving. My cavalry's 9. These guys are a little bit more, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to try to form a protective screen for what I can around these guys. I feel like I need to roll some runs since they do go to... Well, actually, before I do all that, in my command phase, I am going to make the closest thing to Felix shockproof. Not that it matters, because if one dies, they're probably both already dead from all those attacks. And we need to roll on the all winners night table, and that actually is not going to really matter either. It actually matters if I get to reroll one. So we're going to roll on that, and we're going to consult the table and be right back. Okay, so I got a 3. I don't want the 3 that just lets me move extra, but I have this really nifty command trait that I took on my guy that lets me reroll the Everwinter Night, and we're going to do it. And
that's definitely cocked.
Let's get something that
matters. Oof, that's a long war.
That doesn't matter either. So roll a dice for each enemy unit within 3 inches of at least one of your Beastclaw Raiders. On a 6, that unit suffers D6 mortal wounds. Doesn't matter right now. So I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but it is what it is. Hopefully we'll play the long game on that one. So we're shockproof here. I don't have any other extra abilities because I haven't lost any wounds. So now we're just going to run. 11 inches to see.
Why do you keep them sideways?
Kind of what happens. So I do it sideways to try to prevent you from sliding by and attacking the guys in the back, because the Thunder Tusks are actually kind of weak sauce compared to the Stonehorn, but the Thunder Tusks have a lot of damage output at range. So that's kind of what I'm feeling right there, and I'll just slide these guys up. That is pretty much my turn, just waiting it out and seeing where those comets fall on turn 2.
Alright, boys and girls, Rob has fallen into my trap. That's not really true.
Yeah.
I do always try for the second turn. It's one of my favorite things to do, to try and double turn, especially with this really fast-moving Orc army. They're going to get a D6 for their destruction allegiance. They get another D6 for the formation, the Brutes do. And then they get another D6 from their run. So the entire time, I'm rolling 3d6 to get in somebody's face. If I can do that twice, I'm basically getting 5d6 plus my charge distance, which is, that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm rolling left to right, yellow faces. This includes my run roll. That's a lot of inches, plus their normal move. Blue face. That's okay.
Nice.
I'll take it. I ran out of dice.
I feel like you're faster than my guys.
I am pretty sure I am. My white face, oof, they're not feeling it. And then I also have a black face war paint. Wow, they're ready to hustle. I also got my heroes, real quick. My war boss, that's a scatter die. Does not belong in 40k, at 30k. We just moved dice. Shoot.
I got it. I've committed it to memory. It's okay.
Then we got we're going back the other direction. So that's the magic weird knob. And then the Maw Crusher is moving.
I feel like I just want you to just move all your stuff to the middle one at a time for me.
I'm not okay with that. Alright, so this really is a lot of moving. I pre-placed my dice there. But, I mean, that's a huge chunk. And the reason why I'm moving this direction, actually, kind of side shuffle, is he moved his big bad. And his big bad is well, quite frankly, his big bad. And I'm trying to get his soft, juicy guys that shoot, because that's actually pretty brutal altogether.
Yeah, I hear a 2-up doing 6 mortal wounds is good in this game. So Felix, I feel like you've moved into a more tactical position over there.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the side shuffle. There was a little bit of a road jam. The unpredictable nature of the 2d6. I found myself not moving really as far as I wanted to. Normally, I line them up to move forward, and I'll do each group so that each of them can kind of go up and down on their own. However, the side shuffle I did not 100% plan out. Luckily, there's a big enough gap for the Maw Crusher to kind of jump over and do his thing, so that was efficient on my end, and we're really just waiting on this next turn to see what the plan is.
Alright, it's the top of the second battle round, and now we figure out who's going to take their actual player turn. It's a roll-off.
Really my favorite part of the game. Wow, I just double-teamed you, dog.
There you go. Come at me, bro.
Alright, so that cunning tactic of a double turn actually paid off for me. We're going to be figuring out the meteor. My war boss, my mega boss, is going to be doing a wah. And we're hopefully going to be trying to come to grips and get in there, stick them in. Alright, so first things first, we got to figure out where the meteor lands. It's going to land in section 2.
Which I think is your left quarter right there, according to... Yep. So it's going to be your left quarter.
Gork has smiled down upon us.
Indeed. What else are you going to do in your hero phase?
I'm also going to call a wah. It's unfailable, however, I want to be able to see if I can get a long war out of this.
I'd rather you didn't.
Not a long war. So only everybody's just going to get a one extra attack.
Oh, man.
That's juicy,
I like it.
To be honest with you. And
I always like a challenge.
Before I actually dole out my +1 to hits and attack, well, everybody's going to get attacks, but my +1 to hits from the Bellowing Command and the War Chanter, I'm going to see what their hero phase movement will be.
Oh, that's right, because you got the battle plan.
Right.
Man, you got so much stuff to do in the
So much hero phase. Alright, so the Weird Knob Shaman is going to cast Mystic Shield on the War Boss himself. Got to keep him safe. It's a casting roll of 6. I got a 7.
I have no way to dispel it, nor am I within 18 inches.
So here's the thing about the double turn. You don't always get it, and when you do, you can't always capitalize on it because of the battle plan. In this instance, Gork and Mork, apparently they don't want us to go headlong into battle. They put it behind us. A little bit heartbreaking because I did get the double turn, so we're actually probably going to move back, and a lot of that is because this army is built around hitting as a giant fist.
I would prefer that you piecemeal some of your stuff up towards me so I can tear it apart one by one.
Which would not be fun.
Fine. We'll do it your way then.
Alright, so what I'm doing over here is I'm tactfully moving. Artfully moving. Actually, I'm going to throw in this run because of the way the...
because you get a double run, basically. You get a run during your movement, but you also get a run during your hero, which doesn't penalize you, which lets you launch a charge after you move in the movement phase, which is pretty dope for these guys here. Now, I'm wondering, as I see you moving and starting to cordon off sections, which is kind of what I did in the beginning over here, I'm wondering where my comet's going to fall, because now I'm like, well, if it falls over here, there's definitely going to be a lot of tacticalness to this game, and we're going to be 2 turns in before any of that even happens. Like, we've basically only going to have, realistically, all of turn 3, all of turn 4, and all of turn 5 to do what we need to do to try to break that line. And it's going to be tough. You've got 1 flyer. I have 0 flyers. So if anybody's going to break a line, it's probably going to be you. So I think that has successfully selected the target for me to go after, depending on your positioning here. My turn 2. First off, I want to see where the heck this comet is falling. So it is going to be over here, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's okay. I have planned for this contingency. Now we're going to shock-proof these guys because they're going to be my vanguard going up against these brutes here. And we definitely have to roll the Everwinter Knights. Ooh, a 6. That is more mortal wounds. I don't really want that. I'd rather get to reroll ones to save, so I'm looking for a 1 to 2 here. There it is. So now my whole Beastclaw faction army has reroll 1s on their save until my next turn.
So good.
I am perfectly okay with that, and we'll make... I feel like I'm not going to launch any assaults, so I'm going to make... Yeah, I'm going to keep them shockproof, definitely, for sure. So I'm going to harness my inner ogre, and I'm just going to run these guys back. Oh, not very well. So they're going to go a big fat 9-ish, whatever.
It's almost crazy that my orcs can move faster than a wolf.
Oh yeah, way faster. They'll get back there eventually. But I'm going to go straight at them because I don't really care. If I lose the game, I get an extra unit. So I feel like I'm just going to get stuck in, try to screen, and work my angles as best as I can, but not run right into the jaws, and then see if I get that double turn. If I get that double turn...
It's on Donkey Kong?
Yo, I don't think the Orruks are going to make it to Bad Boys 3, but if I don't, I might not make it to Bad Boys 3, but I'll go down swinging. So that's what I like to see. So I got this really nifty ability where I can basically shoot 18 inches, really good. On 2 up, it does 6 mortal wounds. So my effective range is about 18, about 24, about 26. So I'm not going to get it off, but I want to try to screen those guys. The Stonehorn's just a badass. He pretty much has to charge me with his whole army to kill it. So I think we're going to bait him on that. So these guys are going to be my vanguard. They move 9, and we'll just kind of set up basically a little detour bump here. Because remember, he can't move within 3. So if he's going to try to go around me, he has to really work for it. And then these guys are just going to move up there 8, because I kind of want to hang them back just to be able to do some damage. And Mr. Stonehorn here, well, he don't really care. Stonehorn's like Honey Badger. He says, come get some. So both of my Thunder Tusk units right here have a little buzzard that likes to go and attack things on a 50-50 chance. And I like those odds. Juice will tell you he'll take those odds all day. So we'll start with the Husker. First of all, I'm going to target your War Chanter with his double bone swords over there. So on a U, I'm picking him. You need to pick one of your units. And then on a 4, 5, or 6, he takes a mortal wound. On a 1, 2, or 3, the unit you pick takes a mortal wound. So what would you like to check?
I'm going to go ahead and get my Black War Paint guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on them.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the dice roll. I get a mortal wound on your War Chanter.
So brutal.
Now we'll do the same thing with the Thunder Tusk Beast Raiders themselves. You take a wound on the Black Paint guys. All right, fair enough. That's about all I can do. Since I don't have any flyers, I have to use my little birdies. I feel like I'm positioned pretty good. If I get the next turn, I am going to just run right up in there. If I don't, I'm going to get charged, but I'm going to go down swinging, so I'm okay with that. So, what do you say? You want to see who gets this next turn?
Let's do it.
All right.
Ooh, that's back to you.
Ooh, I feel like this...
Shot.
This just got interesting. My hero phase, I need that extra boost to charge, so I feel like I'm gonna call down the what is it? My Frost Lord has his nifty command ability. Whereas Boom and Voice, the Frost Lord signals the hunt. If he uses this ability, I can reroll all charge rolls for friendly Beastclaws within 14 inches. So I'm going to be able to reroll all of my charges, this is, instead of Battle Shocking, which I feel like is a really good move right now.
Yep.
Then also, I am going to use my Huskard to go ahead and reroll 1s to wound on my Stonehorn. So no more shock proof there. And the Everwinter table is a 5. Let's see what that one is. That just does mortal wounds right now. I almost feel like I want to move an extra 3 inches in the hero phase. So I'm going to go for that elusive 3 to 4 on the table. Nope, I got more mortal wounds, which isn't going to matter right now. And I'm kind of okay with that. That's fine. I feel like I'm positioned pretty well here. So let's get to some moving, and we're definitely going to be doing some moving and some shooting. First off, we're going to start with the Huskard. He's going to shoot his Ice, being full wounds up. It's just a 2 up to hit, and it does D6 mortal wounds. It's 3.
Not a 1.
Not a 1. So we're going to do 6 total mortal wounds to this squad right here that already took a wound.
So you're going to definitely pick up one guy. 2 wounds, that's 3 wounds total. And you did a total of 6?
Yeah, total of 6 right now.
So another 3 will knock him out. And actually, we're going to take from the back row.
Yeah, it's your choice wherever you start taking
2
wounds
from the
out.
back row, and we got 2 left over on him.
Alright, and the reason I'm shooting here is because I'm trying to keep him from coming around this corner on me. Because I feel like that would be the easiest way to try to get my Thunder Tusk.
Actually, he's got 1 wound for the record.
Okay. Then his secondary weapon, which is the Blood Raven, is going to target the guy he was picking on already. Who would you like to target to take the wound instead? Because you targeted them last time.
We're going to go way down at the yellow face.
Yellows? Okay.
Yellow war paints.
Alright, it's on the yellow. They took a wound. Next up will be the Thunder Tusk over here. Now, lots of attacks, but first off, we'll start with the Ice as well on a 2 up. So it goes through, and it's going to do 6 more mortal wounds over here because they are untouched.
Brutal.
Yes, it is. They are 360 points for that unit.
Totally a thing.
I'm
going to make you shoot the gap, actually.
Alright.
Which is more than doable. But
That's fair. Now, the guy in the back does have a harpoon launcher at 20 inches, which I feel like is good, just eyeballing it. And we are going to do that. It hits on a 4 up, misses. Nothing I can do about that.
Finally.
And I don't have a Blood Raven. Oh, I do have a Blood Raven on that unit. How many wounds does he have?
3 total. He's got 2 left.
2 left. I guess we'll just pick on the Chanter again. Who do you want to target? If I roll a 1, 2, or 3.
We'll put it back on him.
On who? Him?
Yep.
Okay.
The run remaining.
So it goes on the Chanter. He takes a mortal wound. Let's see. Do I have any other shooting? No, Stonehorn does not shoot. I do have a Sergeant in here. He has an 18-inch pistol with the Mournfang, and they... actually don't normally get to shoot this thing. I don't know what it does. We consult the good book here. But I feel like it's going to hit on 4s and wound on 3s because that seems to be the way these sort of things go. Mournfang Pack. The Iron Lock Pistol. Oh, it's only 12 inches. That's fine. We'll target him. It hits on 4s.
Roll a 1.
Not so much. Alright, now I feel like I have done all my shooting and we're going to jump to some charges.
The moment of truth.
So first off, we did run with the Stormhorn, but like I said, he's Honey Badger. He don't give an F. So he can run and charge, believe it or not, because that's what he does. So he can also re-roll it because of his command ability. So we're just going to roll him first. A 7, I feel like, is not going to get there. Let me see a tape measure there, please, Felix. Suppose we should have measured this first. So
8 inches, 8.5.
Yep, so we need an 8. So we are going to re-roll it. Trying to...
Snake eyes, right?
We don't have to... Yeah. We don't have to declare it, because the Age of Sigmar you don't have to declare, which is really cool. All right, there's a 9. I feel like that's good enough.
That's more than enough.
We'll stick with that. We'll leave those dice over here.
Actually, this guy was a little bit closer, so yeah.
I feel like I had more than enough. The Mournfangs, they actually have a musician in there, believe it or not. This guy has a horn on his belt, so they can roll 3d6, pick the 2 highest, and then I can also re-roll it because of my command ability. So we'll see what we get there. 7 or 8, 11. I feel like 11 is good to go wherever I want to go. So I want to shoot the gap. But I have to be mindful at this particular juncture because this bad boy, if I leave too much room, can jump over into the 3-inch bubble and actually land and charge my Thunder Tusks. So moving my Stonehorn first, and he has yet another special rule, which I'm okay with these mini specials. Ooh, I have to be careful here because you have 2 different squads, right? Correct. I don't want to accidentally allow you to get extra hits on me, but then again, I could free you up to run by as well. So I feel like I want to lock you down. So many choices. You got to be careful in Age of Sigmar. So 9, we're going right up the gut. And we're gonna give you the opportunity to pile in on that Stonehorn. Whew. It's gonna be a firefight up in the middle there. Then these guys are gonna move their 8s. I feel like to get within half an inch, I'm good here. So we're gonna contact there, and he actually gets all the way in. So after the Stonehorn makes his charge, he rolls a d6, and pick an enemy unit within 1, and it suffers d6 mortal wounds. So I'm going to just pick, I guess, the squad, whatever squad this is right here.
Blue war paint.
On the left, yeah. So we'll do that. Bam. So it suffers 5 mortal wounds.
No big deal.
MBD. And now we're going to go into combats. Now this is where it gets saucy. Like, I need to clear out. I don't like your claws. You got a claw in this squad here, right here?
Every squad's got a claw.
Oh, no. We're going to start with a Stonehorn, throwing on the blue face Orruks right there. Boom. He's going to make his attacks first. So, starting off, we get 4 attacks with the Frost Spear at 2 inches, which I think is definitely in range. 3s to hit. Missed with 1.
Reroll?
And reroll to wound.
Oh, got it.
And to wound, well, that comes in handy.
That would have been helpful. Wow.
So those are 3 each damage, only at -1 rend. Only, yeah.
So I need 5s. Oh my god.
Look at you.
Whew.
So
Take it.
one whole man's.
So 3 wounds, correct?
3 wounds get through on that attack. Then the Frost Lord's punch and kicks is going to be 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound. And 3s to wound. Reroll 1s. Nope. So 1 save there at just normal straight up save.
Did.
Okay.
So how many wounds?
Just 1.
1 wound?
Yep.
Yep, that's enough.
And then the Stonehorn's going to come into the fray here, and he is going to swing his horns themselves. Undamaged, he has 6 horn attacks, hitting on 4s. So about 50.
Hey, look at me.
Yep, 50-50 there. And wounding on 3s, reroll 1s. All wounds. And that is -2 rend with 3 damage. So 9 get through. He ended
the squad.
Oh, that's everybody?
9. I got 9 wounds left.
Okay, so I actually, well, I shouldn't know that because you pick them up at the end of the combat. But I guess I know that they're all dead, so I get to attack. Yeah, so I get to keep attacking. Am I within? You got a better angle than me. Am I within 1 over there?
1 inch?
Yes. Well, I would get to pile in 3 inches, so I'm within 1 inch for surezies. Yep. Okay. And then we will proceed to do the Stonehorn's Crushing Hooves, which is a D6 attack. Oh, big one. And 3s to hit. Oh!
Pain stops.
Yeah, the pain train is over for this combat activation. Who do you want to activate next, Felix? Or first for you?
All right, so this was a pretty fun decision for me. Because of the way that we had moved, piled in and everything, the Maw Crusher kind of got stuck in the battle, which is fine. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and stop the hemorrhaging by attacking the last 2 units that he's got left. And hopefully take him out. And then I'll be able to then attack with my guys. at full strength. Now, thematically, yes, the Maw Crusher and the Mega Boss should go after the Frost Lord.
But you can do the same thing too. Like if you kill them, you can throw the rest of your attacks.
Would it spill over on the? We might have to do a referee on this.
Well,
spill over to another unit.
As far as I know, there's no rules that say you have to throw all your attacks on one unit. So you can be like, I'm throwing these attacks on him, see what happens.
Oh, that's true.
And then if you know it's going to die and they're removed at the end of combat, then you just throw, like what just happened over here. Like I killed you, but I still had attacks, so I could split them off.
Right. So in this case, I'm going to actually throw the ones that do mortal wounds, because the Frost Lord, I don't think I can take him down in one turn. We've rolled this out multiple times for funsies, actually. I do need to stop the hemorrhaging. I'm going to throw my Maw Crusher's Mighty Fists. He's unwounded. He's going to be hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, -2 rend, and 3 wounds each. I feel like it's a solid roll. So there we go. All of them hit.
All right.
We'll be wounding on 3s. 1 rolled off the table. So we're dealing 9, -2. Well, 3 land.
On my Mournfangs?
On your Mournfangs, correct.
And that's -2?
Landing, correct.
Okay, so I go -5, so I go down to 6. And how many? 9?
Well, there's just 3.
But they do 9 damage.
Right.
Okay, so I need 6s.
Long Wars 1.
I am 2 get through.
2 get through, 6 wounds.
So that's a whole man's. I think I will keep my gunner man's. Yep, I'll lose him.
All right. Next up, we're gonna go with the Bladed Tail. It does D3. So it's doing 1. 4 up to hit. It misses. Rip Tooth hits on a 4 up. I get 1 Rip Tooth attack. And I get 4 Boss Gore Hackers. Now let's grab the Choppa and a Rip Tooth. So I got a Choppa. A Choppa's 4 attacks. 1 with the Rip Tooth. The Rip Tooth's gonna hit on a 4. It doesn't hit. Ooh, substantially different. Yeah, two Choppas. Wounding on 3s.
And what's a negative?
Is that right? Yeah, -1, 2 damage.
Okay. So I fail that, and I take 2 damage. So he's got 4 wounds left.
Not as brutal as I was hoping.
Does he have any additional attacks?
No, that's really it. The Inward Bursting Bellow is a range attack.
Okay.
He comes with 2. The Mighty Fist we've done. The Bladed we've done. He's much better on a charge because he gets to use his Disruptive Bolt. So you're going to get to hit back, but I get +1 to save.
Not with much, but yes, I will. I'm going to check this distance right here. We'll see if I can throw it that way and maybe be a little bit more productive with his attacks. Now, I'm going to activate the Mournfang, not because it's the only unit I have left to activate, but because I want to activate it. He is going to throw his attacks. He's actually within 2 inches of this lone gunman over here. So he is going to swing his Gargant Hacker on him and also, well, maybe the tax. It just depends. So he took a wound, right? From the something. I don't remember what. I know he took a wound. All right.
The Flying Birdie.
Yeah, him. Okay, so we are going to throw 4. I think it's 4. Let me double check. Let me check my notes here. The actual Mournfang Tusk itself is 4 attacks. Yep. So 4 attacks. Oof, can't reroll those. But 3s to hit, 3s to wound. Can't reroll that, but I did get 1 through, and that's just a straight up save. No rends, no nothing. Actually, it is a rend.
That's a wound.
Either way, it was a wound. So you go up to. Well, you only had you taking 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then his Gargant Hacker is 2 attacks, both hit, and 3s to wound.
Ooh, I'll take it.
So 1 gets through, and that will be at a -1, but it causes 3 wounds.
So I need a 5. Just
all
what
right,
I needed.
It is coming in clutch. That is all of my attacks. Now you have free reign.
Alright, so I'm just going to attack back since we're there. Alright, so the brutes are coming to play. I'm a big fan. They get to duff up the big thing, so we're going to get to re-roll our hits. We're coming in. There's the way they're kitted out.
On the Stonehorn?
On the Stonehorn.
Mr. Defenseless Stonehorn?
He's done nothing to
just
no one,
running
right?
into your battle line. He was looking for food.
And, he was hungry, I get it. We're hitting on 3s, I'm going to get to re-roll these. Oh wow, that's a terrible pickup. Apparently you don't want to duff it up. And we're also wounding on 3s. And again, these aren't all of them, but this is the first wave of -1 rendings.
Oh boy. Okay, so just straight out -1 rend?
Right.
Okay. So here's where a little rule comes into play here. So all of your attacks don't go through and actually count on me till the end, and then we half them because of the stone horn. So we just need to keep track of that right now. So we'll see how many I fail. My save is a 3-up. So I'm a 4-up?
4 sounds good, yeah.
That's a little cocked. We'll reroll it for you. Okay, so 1 wound through so far, and that's at a 1 damage. Oh, excuse me, 2
wounds.
And that's at what? Just a 1 damage, right?
That's right.
Okay, alright, so we need to keep track of that. Go ahead.
So now I got a Boss Claw, which I'm going to roll in black, and 2... Well, actually the Boss Claw, if it hits, the other 2 go through. They do hit, so the other 2 automatically go through. I really need this. These are a 3 to wound as well. Oof. Alright, so I got 1 at -1.
Okay, so 4 up again. Nope.
Alright,
so how many is that? How many wounds is that?
That's 2 damage, so a total of 4.
So a total of 4 damage is coming through.
Alright.
Okay.
And then last but not least, I have a Gore Choppa. It does 3 attacks. I need 4s. I get to reroll. Nope. And now the wound is 3s. Hey. So 2 -1s.
-1s again. I'm good.
Wow.
Like a boss.
Boss.
So is that all of your attacks from that squad?
That is it. It's going to happen to 2.
Yep,
A whopping 2 damage.
So this gets busted down to 2 because he is Honey Badger.
Alright, so my White War Paint army does owe Rob a bravery test. We lost the unit, bravery of 6. They're good. Hey, sometimes I like to roll 1s.
I owe you 1 as well. Oh, you owe me another one over here too.
Oh, you're right. Yep. They've actually lost. Well, the question is during combat or is it the round?
It's only during combat for Battle Shock.
So then he hasn't lost anybody.
Oh, all right. Well, I definitely lost somebody in combat.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's bad.
That is bad.
What's your bravery?
My bravery is 6.
Ooh, he's 6 + 1 is 7. -6 is 1. Guy dies.
I think I removed 1 whole model.
Yep. Wow.
Wah, wah.
I'll take it.
Overall, I had a pretty productive turn, I feel like, for turn 3, but it could always turn around on me and Felix could get a double turn and come at me, run across the board. But right now, I feel like he has to deal with me, and I am actually in his objective zone, so I'm contesting it, so he's not going to score. I score, and I go up now because he actually had the lead on me because I didn't score my objective, my turn 2. So now I'm going to get 3 points. He might not get 3 points.
I won't get 3 points.
No. Felix, it's your turn, bro. What you gonna do?
This is a really good question. I think we're gonna wog it up. Hope for a 6. We're gonna get the wizard in there. The weird knob is gonna do some Gorkin Morkin smashing, and we're gonna just go to town on that stone. Hopefully, bring him down. And actually, Mr. Wah himself, he's gonna go for the Hail Mary pass and try to stampede everything in his way, beeline it, and basically tell his boys they better take care of his light work. Or are you gonna call down the power of Gorkin Mork? He needs to come down. The twin-headed god has to do some fury.
If you ever needed him, you need him right now.
So this is a casting value of 10. I do wounds, and I can keep going as long as I roll 4 ups. So this could go a long time, but again, it's a 10. He's outside of the 10 models. Rob did a great job of knocking down my my model count, which is pretty brutal, and everybody else is out of range, which is unfortunate for me, but let's see what happens. No.
Next time, Gadget.
Next time. So we're going to go ahead and 1-up the relevant guys. We're going to Bellowing Command out of the Wah. We're going to call a Wah, actually. Wah! Well, it's enough. 1 extra attack out of everybody.
That's good.
And the Mega Boss is just going to run out, try and make a path of destruction.
So he's gonna run out this way. So that's an important thing to talk about. You can actually retreat right here.
Right.
You can actually run, but you cannot get within. His move has to be not within 3 inches of any of my guys. So you can kind of go this way. That's basically how you can get out of command. If you fits, you sit, so to speak.
All right. So the War Boss is hoping for a move. He rolled a 1 in his hero phase. Apparently not too anxious to get anywhere. Now we're gonna run his roll for his run. So he's going to run another 5 inches, which is solid. He's going to get to go some places. We got to stay 3 inches away.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the 13 inches because that one did come first.
So now you're really positioning for that turn 2, or that double turn, because then you can really smash into me here. But if I get it, I'm going to be able to blast you with my cold, wintry breath.
I'm not looking forward to that, but we shall see.
It's on you, dog. Who are you going to attack with?
All right, so I'm actually going to go with the smaller of the squad, hoping that the larger squad will be able to absorb some wounds and hopefully not get battered and beaten down.
So now the Stonehorn's basically completely surrounded by the squad he was with. The squad came over here, and that lone single gunman jumped over there. So this is gonna... this is the bulk of your army. They gotta hold the line.
Yeah, this could be bad. Or really great. We're gonna find out. So, first squad, they were buffed up, so they're gonna be hitting on 2s. And hey, they don't even need to worry about duff it up.
Word.
And so now they're gonna roll 3 up to wound. That one's not so good, but that's okay. Because that's 2 guys out of the squad. so that's -1 rending.
-1 rending. So we're looking at 4s. So 2 get through. How many wounds is that?
Each 1 wound.
Okay, so 2 wounds so far.
Alright. Now we're going to go with the Gore Hacker, which is a 4-up. No, it's a 3-up with a +1. And we're going to duff it up. Well, we get 1. Now, again, 3s to wound. Ugh. Killing me, Smalls.
What's the...
-1.
-1?
It'll do D3 damage.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I need that. That's 4. So now we're gonna roll. He gets 2 claw attacks because it just the wall. You just get 1 extra attack. Duff it up. Hey, that counts with his +1.
Okay.
So his other 4 come in from his chopper, and that was productive. So 2 -2s and 3 -1s.
Oh, those weren't wounds. Okay. I was taking care.
Oh no, that was before. These are now another. This is the boss claw.
Oh, I was thinking you didn't roll the hit with those. You just kind of put the dice in there.
Oh, this is to wound.
Oh, you had already hit with those.
No, this is a separate. The original.
I guess I just got confused.
Yeah.
So you got 4. You got 4 through on me.
4 from the Gore
That was
Hacker
the D3.
and the
Okay.
Choppa, and now it's the boss.
What's the negative here on these?
-2.
Okay. So he's normally 3, so he's good on that one.
Yep.
How many damage is this?
That's gonna do 2 damage.
Okay.
I have to double check that.
So
to be sure, but...
we'll go up to 7 here, and then these guys. What's the negative on the?
-1.
-1. Okay. And how many damage?
That one's. You know what? We'll take it back. So the -1 is 2 damage. The -2 is D3. So that'll be 2 damage, and
Okay.
we'll roll a D3. Just 1 more.
So I'm actually right where I was.
Yep.
All right. So I've got 7 damage came through, and that was from what squad?
The blue, the front squad right in front of them.
Okay, so they've made their attacks. So after that unit completes its attacks, we're going to half this down to 4. So the Stonehorn has taken 6 total wounds thus far in this combat, which affects some of his attacks. That's why we needed to clarify that real quick. Okay, so now we're going to kick off his attacks. Obviously, I'm going to activate him. He's the only guy left there. And we're going to go on the fresh squad that hasn't attacked yet. I feel like that's tactically sound. We're starting off with the Frost Spear. We need 4 attacks, 3s to hit. 50-50 right there. And 3s to wound with a 1 to reroll. Oh, nice. 2 long wars right there. -1 rend on those.
Oof. 1.
Alright, so 3 damage is getting through for sure right there. Then we've got 3 from his punches and his kicks, his boots to the face, all hit, and 3s to wound. Just 1, and that's just a regular save.
Long war all day, every day.
Coming in spades. Now, this is where it actually comes into play here. So he's taken 6 wounds, which puts him up to his 3rd damage bracket. Now, Stonehorn Horn attack, he's only going to get 4. So we're down to 4, and that's a 4 to hit. And that is a 3 to wound still, though. And 1 wound's getting through at -2.
So I need a 6.
Nope, 3 wounds there. And then D6 attacks with his hooves. So that's 4. And that's going to be 3s to hit. not so
Wow,
much.
look at
And
this.
to wound, now we're going down to 3s to wound instead of 2-ups to wound. So 2 get through at -1.
Give me some feel no pains. Oh, thank goodness.
Alright, so that is all of his attacks.
So yellow war paint's also
Coming
buffed
back.
up. See what we got. 2 to hit. Duff it up. Hey, that's a good pickup. I like it.
2's
So
the
we're not
hit,
looking
always
at
good.
3s to
Any game
wound.
system.
They're angry. They just got smashed in the face and they're not happy about it.
Okay, what's the negative?
3 negative or negative ones. Quick math.
All of those?
All of them.
Okay. That's easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, another 6 wounds. And now we're
What
gonna
else you got in there?
now we're gonna do a boss claw. These will be duff it up though. Ooh, need this. Just 1. But per the rule, if he gets a claw in, he gets the rest of them in. So now we're gonna roll the wound.
Gotcha.
3s to wound. Well, all right. So the white dice again are the claw.
Okay.
It'll be -2.
-2 on that one. So that's getting through.
Yep. And then the brute smasher. I did that wrong. Sorry. -1 for the boss claw. -2 for the brute smasher.
Okay, so this is -1s here.
Right.
So 1 gets through on each.
All right. So that'll be a D3 on the.
Okay. So I'm 7 right now.
So 2, 3, 4.
This is a D3.
Yes.
So a D3 would be 2. So we're
Plus
getting
the 2 damage.
3's getting. Oh, this was a 2 damage right here.
I got 11, 2 damage,
Alright.
and 1 D3, right?
So that's 6 plus 3.
Yes.
So 9. So we're up to 5. So he's gonna take 5 wounds. So it goes to 12.
No, he's got 6, so.
Oh,
11.
11. Yep.
Yep.
I was just leaning over there to see. Okay, so he is still alive. Taking 11 wounds, but you owe me a battle shock right there.
I do. Let's see what happens. Needed it. And we got one more guy in there to stick,
yeah.
but we'll see what happens. He piles in. Just 3 attacks. Actually, I lied. 1 for the wah. And now to wound. 4 more. 4 wounds.
4 wounds, or what's the negative?
-1.
Alright. Oh, you got him.
Opposite.
Just by 1. I think. Yep.
Oh, you'll half it. He's got 13 wounds.
Yeah, but he still takes 2. Either way.
Yeah.
So he was at 11, so he's taking 13 damage, so he is knocked out.
All right, wow. That was definitely needed. That Stonehorn one more turn probably would have done some brutal things to my heroes.
Murder shuffled all over your army, I feel like.
Yeah. And that actually lets me get 3 points.
Yep.
So I'm
And
up by 1.
And I get 3, so we're back to you being up by 1. Very nice.
Now we gotta see the next turn. See who's up.
And this is it. This is for turn 4.
See if we can get back. Oh, Long Ward.
There it is.
Here goes the hero phase. I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how far everybody's gonna move. Yellow war paint over here, white war paint over there. That's gonna be substantial. And now I get 2 destruction rolls, destruction allegiance here. And that's good. And then 1 more for the war boss himself, and he's not really
He's
too
not
happy to move.
super motivated there.
Not super motivated. So he might have a change of plan. I guess that meteor, that gift, he might not be too happy to go ahead and get it. Regardless, we're gonna go ahead and 1-up the white face back there.
+1 save.
+1. Well, actually, no, just the 1-up to hit. The War Chanter is going to do
gotcha.
his Frenzy of Battle. And then the War Boss is going to head and do his Bellowing Command. Actually, on himself.
Oh, okay.
That'll be fun. And we're just going to move forward and get in position to try and get a charge off and see where this goes. Here comes the Wah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, he makes it just by himself. Anyways, that was the end of the hero phase. Now, we did the move phase as well, and we're going to go ahead and just charge yellow team. They're definitely making it in.
Yep.
My black war paint man, he might not know. Oh, it's 2d6.
Yep.
Sorry.
6.
That's
Still
gonna
don't
be
think
close.
so.
I don't think that's not going to happen. And white war paint. Ooh, I don't think they're gonna get in there either. 4 inches. No way. So 1 unit in. Also, the war boss is back there. He wants to do something, I think. He definitely 9 inches.
So he has his choice. Fielder's choice there. Where's your black paint guy?
He's right in front.
And he's 6. I think he's got it. I'm pretty sure he's got it.
No, 4 inch.
Oh, not got it. Never mind.
The Maw Crusher is hyped up. He's got his destructive bulk. He's just throwing his weight in there. Throwing him into the Husk Guard. On a 4-up. This is not to hit. On a 4-up. We get some wounds. We're dealing 2 mortal wounds on him.
Alright, well, nothing I can do about that. So he's taking 2.
So now the actual combat. We're going to do some Mighty Fists. Again, on the table, he hasn't been hit. So he's going to get 4 attacks. 5 attacks because we actually got the Wog off. My apologies. 2 up to hit.
3 up.
Well,
I'm a Thunder Tusk.
He bellowing command himself.
Oh,
so
okay.
2 base, 3 back to 2, which is fun for me, anyways. And then 3 to wound. Ooh, not so good. So just 2 wounds.
What's the...
-1 rending. I'm sorry, -2 rending.
-2, so I'm down to a 6. Whew. So he's taking something.
Those do each 3 damage.
Okay.
6 total wounds.
6, so I'm up to 8.
Now we'll do the Bladed Tail, which does D3. It's going to do 2.
Do you have to roll the hit?
This is a 4. Yes, roll the hit. So 4 stays 4.
Alright.
And we got 1 through. Into wound is another 3. -1 rending.
I'm good.
Long war all day. And now we got the Choppa and the Rip Tooth.
More and more attacks. Love it.
2 Rip Tooths. 5 Choppas.
He's only got 4 wounds left, dog. Just hit him.
We're gonna see what happens. So these actually, the Rip Tooths are on a 4 to hit. So those actually I'll go through.
With the plus?
No, these miss.
Okay.
These totally miss.
Gotcha.
And then the Choppas do go through. They're 3 up to hit.
Gotcha.
And now the wound is another 3. Well, okay, just 2 more.
2 more negatives or?
-1.
Oop.
And they each do 2 damage.
So that is it.
Huskard goes down.
Well, I guess I'll activate the Beastclaw Raiders, or the Beast Riders over here on Thunder Tusk. They only have a couple of different options for attacking. So we got the punches and kicks. There's 6 of those because there's 2 dudes on here. So we're going to roll those in, and they actually hit on 4s and wound on 4s, and I don't have any pluses or any cool stuff here this go around. To wound, it looks like I'm only getting 1 through, and that is just straight up 1 damage, no rounds.
Need a 4. That's not a 4.
I'll take it. And then the Thunder Tusk itself is untouched as of right now, and he gets 4 attacks, and he will be coming through to hit on 3s.
Nice.
And he, again, he's untouched, so he's going to be 2 up to wound now with these attacks.
There you go.
Looks like that was flat.
4, yeah.
And, okay, so that is going to be a -1, just -1.
3 -1s?
Yep.
Or 4?
Actually, he wounds on 2s.
So
right.
4.
Until you beat him down.
So 1 goes through. -1, -2.
It is -1.
Okay, so 1 more. How many damage?
D3.
Oh, 3. So he will bite the dust, and that will carry over.
Get that battle shock.
Not on the boss, but.
Okay, fair enough. And now I assume you're gonna
We're
activate
gonna attack
them.
back. Yep. All right. So unfortunately, I buffed up the wrong unit that did not get into combat. So now we're going to be -1 to hit. That might counterbalance with the +1 to duff it up to reroll.
I do try.
But we're going to find out. So here we go. So here comes the claw. We got to reroll it. No. Okay. So now the other 3 go through from the Brute Smasher. So these are 3 to wound. And now only the 2 Brute Smashers go through. Those are -2 rending, 3 to wound.
Okay, so 6 up for me. So 2 get through.
4 wounds.
So
or
far.
4 damage.
Yep.
And now there's only one man left in there, one Orruk. He's raging out.
Okay, 1 man.
4 base. 1 from the Wog. Duff it up.
Lots of
wow.
rolls.
So 5 hits.
Okay.
Now we're gonna roll the wound. 3 to wound. He is an angry guy.
Yeah, what's this?
All 5 -1.
Okay, so here's 3. Whew. Here's 2 more. So all of those did not save.
Opposite day.
Yep. So how much damage is that?
So they're each 1 damage.
Okay, so that
5
was
total.
5 plus 4, so he's at 9 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you got for attacks?
That's it.
Ooh, battle shock.
Ooh, uh-oh. Lost 1 guy. Ooh, that's a 6 on 6, so actually, we break even.
Well, that was a brutal combat.
That really was. Really turned around that last turn. That double turn has really changed the momentum. But really, if we're counting by, I mean, I'm still up by 1 turn, but there's still a chance here because I only got some wimpy little heroes back there, and you might be able to clean them up.
Yeah, it all comes down to this turn, I feel like, for me. Well, I know I said it all comes down to this turn, but looking at the table, there really isn't much left that I can actually do to even be relevant. And seeing as how this is a Path to Glory campaign, I feel like I'm just going to take my lumps and move on, get my free unit, and be good to go. Now, we could play it out, but it doesn't really do anything as far as like campaign buffs or anything like that. Right. So we were kind of looking at the table and we're like, man, that was brutal. We knew it was going to be brutal for one of us. I knew I was going to be behind the curve because I didn't have enough units to even begin with. But this is all I managed to get painted, and I had a blast with it, just slinging these guys around the table. So Felix, I feel like you got me here on 4.
We'll take it.
Or you would have got it on 5. Well, you know what? Thank you. Let's roll off and just see who would have got the top of 5. You're a monster.
Wow, I am just killing it.
You're
today.
on fire. You're on fire. All right, man. So that is not it. Make sure you head on over to longwar.net to see the aftermath, the after battle report on what happened, what we break down, what buffs, where we were playing at, what's going to happen going on through this campaign here on the Long War.
If you like these battle reports, check out thelongwar.net. Become a member of the Hall of Veterans today for the fastest growing library of wargame related video content, modeling, painting, and playing. Not to mention all the sick discounts I receive from some of our sponsors. TheLongwar.net is committed to bringing hobby back, and we can't do it without you.